Okay, Blade Spirit. It is a pretty simple concept. You have a spirit made of blades. It rolls around, it follows you around, and let's just jump into the text box. Conjure a swirling cloud of lethal blades that will roam the battlefield, slicing enemies to pieces before finally expiring in a shower of jagged shards. Blade spirits scale with player damage bonuses. So, you have a 1 summon limit. Or no, you don't have any summon limits, excuse me. It lives for 12 seconds. It has a 6-second recharge though, so you essentially have a 2 summon limit. If you gear cooldown a little bit, you could maybe stretch it. But for the most part, you're gonna have 1 Blade Spirit, let's be honest, because yeah, if you're cycling through them quickly, you'll probably keep both up, but for the most part, I'd look at it as 1 guaranteed Blade Spirit with a second maybe around some of the time. The Blade Spirit has 2 abilities, Whirling Blades and Blade Eruption. The Whirling Blades are its standard ability. When it hits enemies, it deals piercing, cold, and bleeding damage. The Blade Eruption, when it dies, is a Blade Explosion. Blade Spirit, it's a little added summon. It's a pseudo summon. It's a player damage summon. In-class synergies are, of course, everything. Because it's piercing, cold, and bleeding damage, it works with every build. You could be dual wielding like this guy is, and he's based on bleed damages. You can use it with Phantasmal Blades. You can use it with Almarasta's Ring of Steel. Shadow Strike. It works with Night's Chill. It works with... Everything works with Pneumatic Burst. What the hell am I saying? It works with Blade Trap. Just works with everything in Nightblade Tree. It works in a Blade Master build. If you're using bleed damage, you can go for Blade Arc, you can go for Cadence, you could go for... Is it on? No. If you're just doing a Pierce physical standard attack build, it goes in the Blade Master really well. In the Spellbreaker option, you can combo it with Electra's Flash Freeze. You'll freeze things, the Blade Spear can just sit on them. Trojan Sky Shards, of course, is your cold damage thing. You can do Panetti's. You can work Blade Spirit into a Panetti's build. And Star Pact will let you summon more of them. Or I should say summon them quicker. You might end up with more of them if you can get the cooldown down to 4 seconds. You'll rotate a third one, essentially. And yeah, Star Pact, it also increases the cold damage on the ability. Usual things apply with like Maven Sphere, Mirror of Arachtes. You can work them into a Trickster build because the Shaman has all the bleed damage stuff on the Brute Force line, the Savagery line, and on the Primal Strike line, and the Wendigo Totem ability, and Primal Bond has bleed damage. You have the bleed damage reduction and bleed damage itself on the Devouring Swarm. So yeah, it meshes really well with the Shaman, whether you're doing a pet build, a totem build, a Primal Strike build, or a weird-ass cold build. If you do go deep on the Nightblade tree, you can pick up Blade Spirit. As long as you're doing bleed damage, I should say. I have a weird-ass cold build, that's the only reason I said that. But yeah, you can easily work Blade Spirit into a lot of Trickster builds. So there aren't really items for Blade Spirit. I know it's worked into a few. There are, pluses to Blade Spirit, obviously, across the items, but there isn't like that big, huge Blade Spirit base set. And I don't really think you need a big, huge Blade Spirit base set. So Devotion, it's an interesting one. You can attach things to it. I just don't remember what. So we're gonna discover this together. You can attach Blind Fury to it for bleed damage from that. The ability from Mogdragon the Wolf, Hollow Mogdragon, can be attached to it. You can attach Rend to it. All of those are solid. You cannot attach your... Wait, can you? Yeah. You can't attach your Seekers to it. You can't attach the Living Shadows to it. Though, there is something of a build where you can do these pseudo-pets with the bleed damage between Blade Spirit and the Living Shadows. I think Assassin's Mark. You can attach Assassin's Mark to it, and that's probably a really good one. Because you're gonna be doing physical and pierce regardless. So that might be something worth picking up if you're running Blade Spirit and a heavy physical pierce build. You can attach a couple other things on the more left side of the tree. Let's see. You can attach the Wendigo's Mark. You can attach, let's see what would be a good one. Yeah, Twin Fangs. You can attach Twin Fangs to it. Let's see. I don't really think the poison things might be worth it. You might be running a vitality heavy build. Can't attach that. I'm not doing Chaos Fire. Vitality heavy build, yeah, that can go on it. The Wendigo's Mark. Yeah, you can't attach the things that summon things to Blade Spirit. Predictably enough. Can you do Falcon Strike? I don't remember if you can do Falcon Strike. You can attach Falcon Strike. That's sort of a go-to bleed ability. To shoot falcons out. You can attach that to your Blade Spirit. I don't really think there's anything more for it that's bleed damage based. Yeah, you can put Maul on it. That's kind of something you might want to build if you're doing a Blade Master. I'm not doing it with this guy though. The defensive ability, yeah. So I think I've gone over the big ones for Blade Spirit. I think you could use it for proccing things, but I'm gonna note here, I wouldn't actually put a lot of things on Blade Spirit or shoot for it as a devotion procker. You might be able, if you've gone deep down into this area, to pick up, say, Rend and put that on the Blade Spirit and use your Blade Spirit as a debuffer in addition to a damage dealer, while you maybe pick up Howl of Mogdragon since these two are really close. Well, they aren't really close. I was gonna say really close in their devotion loadouts, but they aren't close at all. One is a 3-er, one is like just the Eldritch Ascendant, but yeah. Odds are though, you'll probably be able to pick up Rend just along the way and going for Howl of Mogdragon. So yeah, that would be, I think, the key thing I go for if I were running a heavy lower right devotion spec. I would definitely consider Rend on the Spirit, and then Howl of Mogdragon for me. You could, I mean, for Blind Fury, you're definitely going to want that on you, not on your Blade Spirit, if you're going for Blind Fury. And yeah, as I mentioned before, Living Shadows and Blade Spirits together could actually work as a pseudo-bleeding pet build, because you'll get the Living Shadows next to your Blade Spirits. So that was Blade Spirit. Very, very high-end Night Blade ability. Look at it like this. Even if you aren't really going to build around Blade Spirit, which you're probably not, in all honesty, ticking a point in it when you're this deep into Nightblade just gives you an ability you can rotate on for free damage. You can focus on it and get it dealing a lot of damage, or you can leave it as a one-pointer and just have it as a tiny bit of freebie damage. That's maybe proccing devotion stuff. So that's going to cover Blade Spirit. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this Grim Dawn skill overview video guide, and I will see you guys next time.